Hello, welcome to the Art of the Oracle. I'm going to read today from Kyle Gray's Angels and Ancestors and Crow Tarot, and I tapped in before today's message, and what I heard was time, that it's time, and that's going to mean a little something to each one of us. There is something that has been with you for a really long time that is not yours. Like it's something that maybe like you picked up as on a childhood, or a belief system, or something that was imposed on you, or some karmic thing that you feel like, is going through your world. And I heard very clearly that it's time for this shifting and the changing of like the clock. That's what I'm hearing right now. It's like the changing of the clock, which I'm not exactly sure what that means. So, I mean, we all know what changing a clock means, but in terms of, what's moving through our world, our life, there is obviously collective information that we're all experiencing a variety of different things. And then there'll be individual things. So that's what I want you to kind of lean into, is like, what is it that's shifting and changing? Because there's information that's rising to help us move through what needs to be moved through right now. So I'm going to go to Kyle Gray and ask for, I kind of feel like, I don't know, that may be too many. I'm kind of feeling like these right in the middle. When they jump like that, as I'm starting to ask the question, that's when I feel like they were meant to be. So beautiful card to start out with, and it says harness your mystic power. Now this to me would relate to something that is very ancient, and there is an extremely the information or the desire for people to know more about Egypt is really high right now. And so this is also divine feminine energy. She has the Merkaba here. And it's, to me, about staying focused. But also I almost feel like this is a little bit of it's the high priestess, but she's got like a whole bunch of tools. And I feel like, is meant for this moment. And so there's something that's coming through that is, what I'm hearing is it's going to highlight some information for you that will be taking you forward. So it's going to allow you to see something as it was and to let go of things that are not yours. And interestingly, this is like Joshua, and this is the great teacher. And I love that these masculine and feminine energies are both looking forward. And he has this dove of peace. And when I was driving today, I saw a cloud that looked like it was shaped like this, like a peace dove. And it really struck me, and that's exactly what I heard, is that they're a peace. So it says, learn from spiritual experiences and harness mystic power. Now, both of them have these sacred symbolism here. This this one right here is, I think it's called is it not the tree of life, but the flower of life, I think is what it's called. And then the Merkaba over here. And then interestingly, we have masculine and feminine energy that's coming forward, both of them looking forward and both of them offering something. Then we have Be the Light with the White Witch, and she's also looking forward. And what I'm hearing right now is like, these are the 3 steps to move forward, is that you have to harness your power. Learn from what these experiences are as you move forward, because these things are going to drop away. And what is left when you let go of the things that really are not you, you become more aware of the light, of the divinity that is you. And with the moth, and these are like dark light, so like the owl is a dark bird that flies mainly at night, and the moth is as well. It attracts to like moonlight and things. So this very young woman with this pentacle up here, so that represents kind of like the earthly things that are going through. So each one of them is moving more towards, this looks like the grounded energy of the earthly experience here. But there's something that is asking us to make sure that we are aware of what I'm hearing is why we're here. And so we have all these gifts that some of us have really just not taken advantage of. We have not leaned into these gifts. And I think it's really important right now for this high priestess energy, harnessing the power, and to know, I think it was earlier in the week, last week, when it was talking about like the gifts that you have and being aware of them. I saw this earth pentacle here, and now we have stay rooted and grounded with this earthly energy. It looks like Archangel Raphael, but it is definitely an angel of, he's holding his heart here with his left hand, and his third eye has an emerald. So I feel like you're moving forward, and I see something sprouting here with the White Witch, and you being able to see the light you are as you move into something that feels a bit more grounded. And I'm trying to get these cards all in a row because I was going to draw some tarot. So there's a lot of really, really fun information. The High Priestess, the Great Teacher, the White Witch, the Earth Guardian. So it has these, and then there's guardians, and then we have the Lady. So interestingly, again, we have a masculine and feminine energy, highly green, which tells me stay rooted and grounded, enjoy growth, and reap the rewards. This is really, this, in my mind, this heart-spaced energy, wanting you to really feel the benefit of why you are here. And yeah, so I'm getting some interesting kind of information that's coming through. I'll just say that, about how the world on the outside right now is coming across. It's kind of tragic, a lot, but this is like Eve, and I'm like feeling Adam and Eve in the beginning of time in the Old Testament, and Eve offering up the apple to Adam, and how it was the fall of man. And I have a completely different made up version of it in my head that makes more sense to me, and that is that Eve is aware of the divinity within the apple, and knowing that all of the earthly pleasures, if you could understand and taste the sweet rewards of the apple, then you could never do any harm, right? Because you know the sweetness of what all of life is. And that's kind of what this is feeling like. This feels like the younger generation. This feels like more like my age. I'm older, and it feels like something that has been, that we are rising into through the light of this transformation into this younger energy that is talking about the story with which we have all been, read, if you have any Christian upbringing, about, Adam and Eve and the apple and all these different things. So let me move forward and see, lastly, if there's any clarification, please, from Crow Tarot. We have the Page of Swords again. So we've had a lot of swords energy and it's been the beginning, right, of when we started out this week, which this is youthful energy to me. The page is a very youthful way of thinking and about doing things, and it's like dropping some feathers, but it's really looking up. That's what I feel like, is that the information is coming in a different way. Now we have the Two of Pentacles. And to me, this is about when things come together. See, so we have these two things here asking us to remember this, bring it forward, find our light. When we do that, these two things are here to tell us a different story. And that's kind of what I feel like this is reinforcing, because the page is around information. So it's saying a new story, yes. A new pairing, a new beginning. What did it really mean when man and woman came together? Why were we told that it was such a story of the downfall of humanity? Okay, so these flew, very exciting. We have another two. And this is the Two of Hearts. And it's interesting because that's what I was feeling. This energy is this green energy around our heart-based energy. And then we have the Seven. And the Seven of Pentacles is around taking stock, really, of what you have. And, you know, sevens are generally around choices and the tarot. And this bird is sitting atop, and he's trying to figure out, like, what do I go? But he's looking back. And as you can see, it's like everything feels balanced. We have these twos right here in the middle that's asking us to remember this divine connection, to like the spiritual experiences, the mystic power, possibly see the story in a new way. I think that's why this is here. And recognize you're the light. So to be able to transform or to be able to see things differently, you're the change, you're the light, you're the new idea, like a light bulb going off. You are that. And then the new information, the new story, the new coming together with the fire energy here with the wands and the cup energy. So it's like this passionate fire energy that's coming through. So it's like water and fire coming through. And when it does, we will have to evaluate, like, what does it mean to be here on the planet? Now, this one was, when all these came out, one was to the side. And so I put it over here just to see if we needed it. And interestingly, it's the Oracle, which is what the Art of the Oracle is all about. It says, wait for important information. So I feel like it's time for us, because she's looking back over this thing that's happening, but she has her eyes closed because she's going deep within her heart. The red cloak really is around that fiery energy and that grounded, rooted energy, where it says stay rooted and grounded. And then we have the red energy here of the apple. So a lot of information coming out and moving forward. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if this resonates with you and how you're seeing it. If you saw some little different thoughts came into your mind as I was reading it. Until tomorrow, I really hope you have a wonderful day. Bye now.